Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we are going to talk about a video that went viral involving police and civilian over some loud music and some partying. The bigger man came out swinging on a live. We are going to talk about that. And we are also going to update you about the soufriere volcano in St. Vincent and many more. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon if you wish to see many more videos like these. At Untold Stories, we have a question that we really want to ask. Tell me something. Why is it because you speak on certain issues, they think that you are against the big man, or you are picking sides? Tell me something. If persons are reaching out to us, telling us they need help because Nemo is spinning them around, and we know persons personally that need help and they don't get what you want us to say, that they got help, we must not say anything about it. Though you remember when Nemo had several matches piled up inside their warehouse while persons were sleeping on the floor and calling down their phones begging for matches, while they had persons spinning like tap, dancing around like it is a reggaeton. Remember, we know about some of the one-sided things even some broadcasters are doing. They try to pretty up the thing, as we said before. You notice that even self the big man did wrong. They don't post anything about it. They only post the good stuff. So what about when people need help? You would hide that fact. If you are a true reporter, you must be true and just through journalism. Yes, we need unity in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We need to work together. But it needs to start from the big man first, from the top. Start it with the man in the mirror. Stop the separation and the segregation. You heard the cries of the people. They are saying that something is wrong with Nemo. So you need to give them a shake up and make sure that the people who did not get. Let us go into some Solomon type of wisdom right now. You want to know another thing why some persons would get faster than some? Because you see, when some persons called Nemo and they explain to them their occupation, Nemo knows that those occupations could only be given by the big man because they are Polish things, so they know which side they supported. So many information some of you gave them and still can't get, and you explain your whole life story and still they won't give to you. It means something. You know what? We are gonna just leave the big man for this week. We are giving you 1 week to make things right, to make things better, because you are calling for unity. So let us work in unity. You have 1 week to get Nemo to make things right. Another thing again, you said that $400 to $500 would be provided to the families in the red zone. Look, this is July, nothing has passed yet. So when would those families be provided with those monies? We aren't hearing anything. You who said that? The farmers got and the fisher folks got. But there are persons in the red zone who don't do those type of jobs, who have other occupation, and they need to. Remember, this is not a side issue. This is the main event. That is why the big man is listening to Untold Stories. There are 2 viral videos on social media, but the clips are short, so they don't show you what happened from the start when the officers arrived on the scene. All they showed you was an event being kept early in the morning, like a Juve style type of thing, and you could see like a car is playing music, and some men are partying in the road, and some women are dancing and so forth. In the other video, we can see that one of the officers picked up a guy and blamed him in the jeep. We did not see any type of scuffle or anything, any resistance being put forward by the guy. So they just lift up the guy and we could see they blam him in the jeep. That was that. Then after he did that, there was the crowd there, and the crowd got hesitant, and one of the guys had an object in his hand, and someone knocked it out of his hand, and it went over, and like it nearly hit the officer. The video is circulating on social media on News 784. You can go and have a look at it. But on Untold Stories, we cannot show those type of video on YouTube because we have strict policies. This is not a medium where you can just post anything possible. So to some of the critics who normally say that sometimes you put things in the video that has nothing to do with the story. It is because YouTube have some strict policies and we can't show any and anything on YouTube. Remember that I told you in a previous episode that YouTube is very hard to walk around. If you don't understand it, you would give up. This is a creative platform. You can face copyright infringements. It's not like one media house has the same video and another one has it on Facebook. You can't do that on YouTube. On this platform, you have to work day and night very hard to make sure that you get things right. We can see in the video that the officer did not have on any mask. And we can also see that some of the civilians did not have on any either. Let me say this to the hard-working officers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you want someone to follow protocols, you yourself have to abide by those protocols. They said that a mask is mandatory, so you want to conduct duties without a mask. Okay. What was the charges laid against the men? Is it for amplified music or is it for mass gathering? After the object was knocked out of the guy's hand, you can see that the police started now with a different approach. They stepped forward because they probably thought that someone threw the object at them. So they took out their popo and blasted off blood. You can go and watch that video on News 784 and you can come back in the comment section and tell us what you think. Is it a case in which the officers placed their hands wrongfully again on persons? Is it that they felt they had to put up a resistance? Remember, we like to be open-minded. We are not like the big man saying, oh, persons are trying to create mischief. So I want everyone to give their honest opinions in which we can find solutions to help move the country forward. This is not a Lord of the Rings with Smeagol. When the man say jump, Smeagol have to jump. When the man say walk, Smeagol have to walk. And Smeagol have to say, yes, master. Isn't that why we gained independence to get out of the master thing? The allegations are that some of the equipments are done again that they normally use to monitor the volcanic activities at the soufriere volcano in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Ununa here, Sandy be washed again from Lahas that came with Hurricane Elsa. But no need to worry because they said that Sandy Bay was already going to be repaired with the volcano relief monies. So we don't think that they are going to ask for monies for the damages from Hurricane Elsa. If you listened to the Eyeing La Soufriere program, you would know that the big man is trying to call out Untold Stories. He's trying to say, Untold Stories ease up now. Make we go and unify the thing now. But it's not Untold Stories doing it, you know. It's the people that you have at the top. Because Untold Stories say equal rights and justice for all. Food for all. That makes us the better person for asking for the good things for the people. Probably we should give it a try like in Barbados and appoint a woman prime minister like Maya Motley. How about that? We don't see Maya bickering and bickering. If Maya hears something, she try to work on it. She don't come on live and say this and say that about side shows. At Untold Stories, we don't want the big man job because we cannot do his job. It is the opposition, the other guys that probably qualified enough to take on that position. But our work is to see the country move forward. You walking along the road, your lacing loose. Shouldn't I tell you that your lacing is loose? Make I allow you to fall down. And that we are trying to show you. We want you to do better. But they always come and complain. This don't like them. That don't like them. What you need to understand is that everyone is Vincentians. So what are you doing? Because some person did not hold up your party card. What you want them to do? Suffer for 20 years plus? No, sir. What you ought to do is to try to get them to come over on your side. But instead of that, you are turning them away. Look at the last time you lost the majority. It is showing you that something is definitely wrong.